What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Smarter? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. Now, on with the show. Today on the program, an interesting fact. At least it's interesting to me. You know, I like to learn stuff. And while you're hanging out here on the interweb, let's learn together. The smallest flower in the world is the size of a candy sprinkle. Yeah, teeny tiny. The world's smallest flower is commonly found throughout the North America and the globe, but its bloom is so small you may never catch a glimpse. Watermeal, aka various species of the genus Wolffia, is an aquatic plant that thrives in slow-moving ponds, marshes, and lakes. To the naked eye, clusters of watermeal can resemble a floating raft of algae. Under a microscope, it's easier to see just how tiny individual watermeal plants are. They measure around 1/42nd of an inch long and 1/85th of an inch wide, or about the size of a candy sprinkle. In fact, watermeal is so small that about 5,000 individual plants can fit inside a thimble. When they bloom, they're rarely noticed. What's more, the even tinier fruit they produce is the smallest fruit in the world and cultivated in some parts of Southeast Asia as a food source. But it's not just the minuscule size that makes watermeal distinctive. Unlike most plants, those in the Wolffia species have no roots, which allows them to float to the surface of water. There, the plants can grow rapidly and reproduce at top speeds. While capable of producing seeds, watermeal more commonly reproduce asexually by creating daughter plants that emerge from their buds. By producing 2 new plants every 3 days, watermeal can double its size in just 48 hours and quickly overtake waterways, choking out other aquatic life. However, in healthy aquatic environments, watermeal can be kept in check by providing nutrient-dense food for fish and waterfowl, and can also clean up waterways by removing excess nutrients. A reminder that even the smallest organisms have a role to play in the world around us. Here's a few other little tiny tidbits of information. Known species of angiosperms, aka flowering plants on Earth, 300,000. Approximate number of water lily paintings created by artist Claude Monet, 300. That's a little tidbit you didn't expect on this one, did you? Age and years of Montetia vidali, the oldest known flower, now extinct, 130 million years old. Highest altitude in feet at which flowers have been found blooming on Mount Kemet in the Himalayas, 21,000 feet above sea level. How about that? All right. You want even more information? Here's some more tidbits just for you, just for being a wonderful listener. The world's largest flower, we talked about the smallest flower. The world's largest flower weighs up to 20 pounds and smells like rotting meat. Microscopic watermeal plants have something in common with the gigantic Rafflesia. Oh, Rafflesia, Rafflesia arnoldii. They both survive without roots, yet the similarities end there. Rafflesia arnoldii also lacks leaves and stems, and the flowers are more akin to parasites. Considered the largest flower in the world with blooms measuring 3 feet wide and weighing up to 20 pounds, these plants attach themselves to other living greenery, absorbing nutrients from their hosts. When they do bloom, Rafflesia arnoldi, they're going to keep on putting that in the sentence, so I have to keep saying the words. Rafflesia arnoldi. By the end of this, I'm going to pronounce it like 12 different times, right? AKA corpse lilies. Okay, corpse lilies is a little easier to say. Produce a putrid smell similar to the stench of rotting meat. The disgusting odor has a specific purpose. It attracts carrion flies that help with pollination. Rafflesia blooms last just about a week, but the plants are capable of living for years in the rainforest of Sumatra and Borneo. That's pretty cool. Little teeny tiny plants. That's right. They're called watermeal. Wolffia. All right, smarty people. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Smarter. If you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. That's it for me. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.